Hey, so let me guess, you want to know the top pros and cons of living in Surrey, British Columbia? Well, I got you covered. Today, I'm going to be telling you the top pros and cons about living in this beautiful city. But you're going to want to make sure to stay till the end, because at the end, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the main con about living in this community. Hey guys, it's Aaron Sangera here with Prestige Property Group, and me and my team are actually a team of local realtors out here in Vancouver, British Columbia, and we absolutely love to help buyers and sellers like yourself that are looking to move out here to the lower mainland and make your guys' job easier. So when the time comes and you guys are looking to, buy or sell when you're moving out here, feel free to give us a call. My phone number is actually listed down below. And another thing you guys want to make sure to do is to subscribe to this channel, because at least once a week we like to bring out a video to keep you guys informed on what's going on in the area. All right guys, so the number one pro about living in Surrey, British Columbia is the food. All right, you're gonna love all the amazing eateries in the area. So the first place that I would suggest is Limon. It's actually out in South Surrey. So over there you have burritos, tacos, whatever type of Mexican food you guys are thinking about, they have it there. So that'd be a place that I really suggest. The burritos are the main thing, but again, they got like quesadillas, all different sorts of food. So the second place I'm gonna suggest is Texx Burger. So Texx Burger easily has, hands down, the best burgers in all of the Lower Mainland. So for you meat eaters out there, they got great, fish burgers, chicken burgers, beef burgers. So, whatever you guys are thinking about, they have them there. And then they also give you a massive bag of fries too. So that's something you guys definitely got to check out. And then I'm vegetarian, so a lot of my, any vegans out there or vegetarians out there, they do have honestly the best vegetarian burgers as well. So that would be another reason why I suggest that place. And then thirdly, I would suggest King George Sushi. So King George Sushi has some amazing sushi there. The tempura rolls is really great. I normally get the yam tempura. Again, I don't eat meat, but I have heard that their meat ones are really good too, so you guys gotta try that out as well. And then just their overall sushi in general, they got great udon noodles, California rolls, all that types of stuff, right? So if you guys are avid sushi fans, you definitely have to check out that spot too. All right, so the second pro about living in this amazing city is all the malls and all the local amenities in the area. So, you have Guilford Mall, you have Surrey Place Mall, and then you also have a mall in White Rock / South Surrey as well. So there's tons of malls throughout different areas of the city. It just depends ultimately where you are. So let's use Guilford Mall as an example. So over there you have tons of, stores for women, men, children, depending on whatever your age is and your race and sex, it really doesn't matter. There's tons of different stores for you guys, even in regards to men's suits, Foot Lockers, jerseys, whatever everyone would be looking for. That is kind of what you're going to see in the malls over here. And then on top of that, in the malls, you normally tend to see your typical electronic stores. So Best Buy, they don't have Future Shop anymore, so that was another one too. And the Source, so all of those types of things that you do definitely need, the mall does have them. And the one good thing is that there's so many malls throughout the whole area of Surrey in general. So depending on which area of the city you're at, all of them are gonna fit your shopping needs. So just kind of get out there when you come down to the city. And again, if you guys ever have any questions on what specific malls are best and what has what, you can always feel free to reach out to us again via email, phone call, or text, and we can help you guys out with that then too. All right, so the main third pro that you guys are gonna love about living in this city is the easy accessibility to transit. So whether you're gonna have to take the bus, skytrain, jump on the highway to get to downtown Vancouver or the rest of the Fraser Valley, Surrey is literally centered right in the middle of everything. So one thing that you're really gonna like is that about it, right? And right now we're actually out here in Surrey Central. So Surrey Central is one of the main key areas where you'll see tons of SkyTrain accessibility. And so the SkyTrain from here will take you all the way to downtown Vancouver. And by 2026, we're actually looking at the SkyTrain taking you all the way to Langley and the rest of the Fraser Valley too. So that's another main positive about living in this area is if you don't have a car, you can commute around, left, right, and center, right? And essentially get wherever you need, right? So if you want to go grocery shopping, if you want to go to your favorite stores, mall, restaurant, you want to go, to just do things with your family, go to a movie theater, go to the beach. There's always going to be easy accessibility to get there. And then one of the great things too is living in Surrey, there's 3 different bridges that take you over to the rest of Greater Vancouver. So you have Portman Bridge, Patello Bridge, and Alex Fraser Bridge. And because of having those 3 bridges, you're never gonna have tons of traffic that's gonna, prevent you from getting from one place to another and have you being stuck in traffic for hours on end. So that's another positive that you're gonna absolutely love about living in the city. All right, and another thing you'll tend to see is some minor drug use throughout the area. So right now we're here in Surrey Central, and in Surrey Central, you do tend to see, a lot of homeless people, minor drug use, like petty crimes and stuff like that. But again, depending on which neighborhood and community you're living in, let's just use South Surrey as an example, you do tend to see a lot more like high-end homes there, and people that live in that type of a community, it's not really like Surrey Central. So you're not gonna see a lot of, people on drugs, crime, things of that nature there, as much as you are gonna see that in, throughout like, let's say Newton, Fleetwood, Surrey Central, Cedar Hills, Whalley, those types of municipalities, you'll tend to see a lot more crime, as opposed to when you're going towards White Rock and South Surrey, you're not gonna be seeing a lot of that. All right, so moving on to the second con, and it's something you guys are really gonna hate about living here, and that's the traffic, guys, all right? And yes, even the foot traffic. Okay, there's tons and tons of traffic, even foot traffic, throughout Surrey that you're gonna notice, right? So let's say if you're going down, King George Highway or 120th, or even down like Alex Fraser, Port Mann, or Patillo Bridge, even though the bridges aren't necessarily packed with traffic, getting onto the bridge, there is gonna be quite a bit of traffic. So that is one of the things that a lot of people do tend to complain about in Surrey Central, is because of the fact that when you're driving through here too, it's mostly just 2-lane access on both sides. So going one way and the other, as opposed to when you're out in like Vancouver, you'll see like, 4 lanes of traffic one way, or even 3 lanes of traffic one way or the other. But now, just because of the overall density and growth that we're seeing in this community in general, you're starting to see a lot more people moving out here. And because of that, you're starting to see, a lot more traffic buildup and a longer time for you to commute back and forth to work. So that is one of the things you guys are really not gonna like about living in the city. But again, there are ways to kind of work around that, so it's not too big of an issue. All right, and now moving on to the last and final con, which is the third con, all right, which is going to be the lack of a lot of things to do out here in Surrey Central when comparing it to, let's say, downtown Vancouver. So let's just use an example. So if you want to go to a hockey game, or a soccer event, or any sort of event like that, you're gonna have to go down to downtown Vancouver, because unfortunately Surrey's not a main city hub like Vancouver is, and this is just a suburb. So because of that fact, you're gonna have to commute out there to do a lot of things, right? Another example would be, let's say, like the best lounges, clubs, things of that nature in regards to nightlife. You do tend to see a lot of that stuff is in downtown Vancouver too. So when you're living in the city, your best bet's just gonna essentially be, either Ubering it, taking a bus down there if you really want, probably Uber's your best, taxi, or skytraining it downtown, which again is a positive, because skytrain and transit accessibility is so close by. But the pain just becomes, the commute there, which is like a good 45 minutes to potentially even an hour, depending on how far out you're going. So that is one thing that you're gonna tend to notice. And then another one is even though we do have great restaurants and eateries and things of that nature here, again, like the top restaurants and main places to eat are in downtown Vancouver. And then again, like if you're looking at like going to escape rooms or things of that nature, again, you're gonna be going out to downtown Vancouver. So that's one thing you are gonna not really like about living in Surrey. But again, it's not too bad and not too big of an issue, because of the fact that, commuting out there is not really too far away to get to downtown Vancouver. All right, so hopefully that answered all of your questions and showed you what makes this city so amazing. If you guys do want us to elaborate a little bit more in detail on that, I did drop my email address and my phone number down below, so you guys can drop us a call or a text, whatever is easier for you guys to communicate back and forth. And then another thing, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below and subscribe to this channel, because again, every week we're gonna be continuing to put out minimum 1 video a week to continue to keep you informed on what makes this city so amazing. All right, see you guys in the next video.